So, like I mentioned before, the classic flatbread that started it all, we were so successful with these that we decided to make babies, also known as our olive oil celery bites. We offer 3 flavors. And the fun part about these is if you've had our classic flatbreads, you know that you got to break them in order to get them into your mouth. So we made little babies, and they're just perfect for a beautiful cheese or accoutrement that you want to put on them. And it's being paired with, I'm going to let Erin tell you because it's her baby.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to switch gears, and I got to do my Marin French hat on now. So I'm switching from Laura Chenel to Marin French. And Marin French is part of Hicks Valley Ranch, 700 acres out in the beautiful West County area of Sonoma and Marin County. Oldest cheese company in the country. Many people don't realize that, dating back to 1865 in the gold rush days. And there's a great story on how it began with 2 brothers making butter, and then there was a toxic egg pandemic. So all the dock workers down in San Francisco wanted their morning protein. So the 2 brothers decided to turn their butter business into a cheese making operation and created petite breakfast, which is not a cheese we're tasting today, but if you run across it, it's a naked, fresh, unaged brie, 1865. Fast forward, we're still in operation, and our new kid on the block is the Golden Gate. Beautiful packaging, very striking, and the orange hue is really to honor the Golden Gate Bridge, which is the gateway to Marin County, just south of us. We've just launched this month, and it is on the shelves out in California, I know for sure. It'll be distributed nationwide for those of you that are not in the area, but it's just started. So basically, it's a wash fry. Okay, what does wash frying mean? It's a cheese that's been literally washed in a brine of some sort. It can be wine or beer. In our case, it's a salt brine. And there's a particular brevibacterium linen, we call it, or brevibacterium linen to be technical. And it's a flora out in that area, very distinct to that local area. And it turns it the orange hue. Some cheeses you find in the grocery store are orange, and they have what's called annatto added, which is a plant sort of coloring. This is natural, and I'm going to hold up a actual unwrapped so you can see the beautiful orange rind there. This one is not quite ripe yet, and as a washed rind, I mean, there's going to be an aroma. Some people call it stinky, dirty socks, but it's a savory vegetal flavor for sure. I'm a stinky cheese gal. I love it. And it's just a little bit different than your brie. They're both surface ripened, but this has different cultures than, say, your white fluffy brie. We love pairing it with the Selby, in all honesty, because those crackers are not overwhelmingly with a robust flavor. They're a great choice when you have a strong aromatic cheese like this. You don't want to be mixing up way too many flavors. So it is my go-to cracker for a cheese like this. I'm also a dark beer gal. I love porters and stouts. You want to add that to the mix, it's great. Does well with any sort of hoppy IPAs or, you know, cider for that matter, or whatever you like. So that's our new baby on the shelves. Very exciting. This is our first of a new line of higher end specialty cheeses that we'll be producing in the future.
Erin, it's super yummy. Thank you for sharing it with me.
You're welcome. And you know, the Best Buy, when you buy it, don't be afraid to wait until the Best Buy date, or actually a little bit after that, because it'll get really nice and gooey, and I don't know, I love it that way.
Thank you.
Those are three really fun pairings. I really like the diversity. I like it that, you know, you have the cocoa nib, you have the almond, and that's so crunchy and gooey, you know, with all the almonds and cocoa and cherries in it. And then, you know, Erin had sent me a Golden Gate, 2 Golden Gates, as a matter of fact, so I had an opportunity to be able to try it. And that was the first thing that I reached for, was the olive oil sea Gris, because I didn't want to really get it in, the flavor is so rich and buttery of that cheese that I really wanted it to just have a little bit of flavor, a little bit of saltiness, but also it just makes a really easy way to, for as a vehicle, to be able to handle that, because the pieces that I had were very ripe. They were great and gooey, buttery, creamy. It was just magnificent. It's such a wonderful cheese, especially if you let it get a little longer in the tooth and let it really ripen out. That's such a beautiful cheese.
Yeah, thank you. We're getting great feedback already. Exciting.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next pairing, which is going to take us to Fiscalini Farmstead with his Cheddar and his Lionza. And I'll turn it over to Leanne to kind of talk a little bit about what you're going to pair with it, and then over to Brian.